Did you know that almost half of the parts GM installs on your Silverado were chosen to maximize their profits, not your truck's longevity? Take the AFM lifter system, which has left owners with an $8,000 repair bill at 80,000 miles. Today, I'm going through 10 mods that fix exactly these kinds of OEM failures, and 3 that are quietly destroying Silverado engines right now. Let's get into it. Mod number 1. AFM/DFM Disabler. Every Silverado with a 5.3-liter or 6.2-liter V8 has this problem, and most owners don't even know it's running in the background. GM's active fuel management system shuts down half your engine cylinders during light driving to hit government fuel economy targets. Sounds smart on paper, but the lifters that make this happen are constantly cycling on and off, and they wear out. When one collapses, it takes the camshaft with it. Owners are seeing this fail at 70,000 to 80,000 miles, with repair bills of $5,000 to $8,000. The fix is a plug-in disabler that connects to your OBD2 port and tells the engine to keep all 8 cylinders running permanently. No wiring, no mechanical changes, and it leaves zero trace on the computer when unplugged, so your warranty stays clean. For trucks 2018 and older, the Range Technology Disabler runs 100 to 130. For 2019 and newer Silverados, the Pulsar LT at around $580 also adds throttle response adjustment and tire size calibration. Install it once and never think about AFM again. Mode number 2. AFM Oil Pressure Gauge. Your Silverado's dashboard has a warning light for low oil pressure. It looks reassuring. But here's what GM doesn't tell you. That light only triggers after oil pressure has already dropped to a critical level. By the time it comes on, the damage inside your engine has already started. This is especially dangerous on trucks with active fuel management. Every time AFM cycles between 8 and 4 cylinders, oil pressure fluctuates. GM deliberately replaced a real-time gauge with a simple warning light that tells you nothing until it's too late, because adding a proper gauge adds cost to the build. An aftermarket oil pressure gauge gives you real-time visibility into what's happening inside your engine every single mile you drive. The moment pressure starts dropping outside normal range, you know about it. Before a lifter collapses, before the camshaft goes, before you're staring at an $8,000 repair bill. The Autometer Sport Comp series runs 100 to 150 and is the most recommended option across Silverado forums. Pair it with the AFM disabler from mod number 1 and you're not just preventing the problem, you're monitoring it in real time. 2 mods that work together to protect the most expensive component in your truck. Mod number 3, Oil Catch. Can your Silverado has a system called the PCV, Positive Crankcase Ventilation, that captures oil vapor from your engine and recycles it back in to reduce emissions. Sounds harmless. But what it's actually doing is sending that vapor straight into your intake manifold, coating your intake valves and combustion chambers with sludge deposits every single mile you drive. GM designed it this way to hit emissions targets, but the trade-off is that it's slowly shortening your engine's longevity every time you drive. That sludge buildup contributes directly to engine wear and the oil consumption problems that plague high-mileage Silverados. An oil catch can intercept that vapor before it reaches the engine. One Silverado owner drained a full pint of sludge from his catch can after just 10,000 miles. A full pint of crud that would have been coating the inside of his engine. The UPR Pro Series at $200 to $350 is the most respected option right now. The Elite Engineering E2 at $175 to $300 is a solid alternative. Drain it every 2,000 to 3,000 miles, and it quietly protects your engine for the life of the truck. Mod number 4, Transmission Cooler and Thermal Bypass. Fix: 280 degrees Fahrenheit. That's how hot Silverado transmission fluid gets while towing in summer heat. And most owners have no idea it's happening. GM installed a thermal bypass valve in the 6-speed, 8-speed, and 10-speed transmissions that prevents fluid from reaching the external cooler until it hits 190 degrees Fahrenheit. Your transmission fluid recirculates inside with no cooling, and under towing load, that number keeps climbing. At those temperatures, fluid breaks down, clutch packs slip, and solenoids gum up. That's a $4,000 to $6,000 rebuild that could have been avoided entirely. But the cheapest fix is a superior transmission bypass valve at $20 to $50. Owners report temps dropping from 191 down to 144 degrees Fahrenheit from that one swap. Towing regularly? Step up to a Mishimoto Direct Fit Cooler Kit at $350 to $500. Temps that hit 208 towing drop to 170 after. The difference between a transmission that lasts 200,000 miles and one that needs a rebuild at 80,000. Maudi number 5, brake upgrade. Your Silverado can weigh 5,000 to 7,000 pounds fully loaded. Hook up a trailer and that number climbs even higher. And the brakes GM shipped it with were designed to hit a cost target, not to stop that kind of weight safely. The moment you add a loaded bed or a trailer, you're asking stock pads to do a job they were never fully engineered for. Yes, the result is brake fade. That unsettling moment when the pedal feels soft and the truck takes longer to stop than it should. The good news is there's a direct upgrade built specifically for trucks like yours. The Power Stop Z36 Truck and Tow Kit uses heavy-duty ceramic pads engineered for vehicles that carry and pull heavy loads. Owners report an immediate difference: firmer pedal, shorter stopping distances, and no fade on long descents with a trailer behind you. A full 4-wheel set runs $400 to $600. For a truck regularly moving 10,000 pounds down a highway, that's not an upgrade, it's insurance. If you're finding these useful, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I put out videos like this every week, mods that actually protect your truck and save you real money. Tell me which Silverado you're driving and which mod you're installing first. I read every single one. 5 more worth it mods coming up, then the 3 that are destroying engines. Mod number 6, steering shaft upgrade. If you've ever heard a clunk through your steering wheel going over a bump or making a slow turn, you already know this problem. It's one of the most complained about issues across every Silverado forum, and GM has filed multiple service bulletins without ever properly fixing it from the factory. The culprit is GM's 2-piece intermediate steering shaft. It uses a slip joint that needs grease to operate smoothly, and from the factory, it leaves with insufficient lubrication. Once it dries out, every bump sends a clunk straight through the column into your hands. Left unaddressed, when the joint wears unevenly and the slop in your steering gets progressively worse. Short-term fix, re-grease the shaft every oil change. 15 minutes, costs almost nothing. The permanent fix is replacing it with a single-piece aluminum shaft at $200 to $250. No slip joint, no drying out, no clunk. Ever again. Something so simple that GM should have gotten right from day one. Maudi number 7, ECU tune. GM deliberately detunes the 5.3-liter and 6.2-liter engines from the factory to protect drivetrain components under warranty, meet emissions requirements, and keep a buffer between trim levels. The result is sluggish throttle response, soft transmission shifts, and active fuel management still running in the background, eating your lifters. The engine is capable of more. GM just won't let it show you. Now a proper ECU tune unlocks what's already there. 15 to 25. Extra horsepower, sharper throttle response, firmer shifts, and AFM disabled permanently in one flash. Diablo Sport runs $300 to $500 with free lifetime retunes. Black Bear Performance at $700 to $900 for a more professional-grade platform. One important warning: unlike the plug-in AFM disabler, an ECU tune is detectable. Dealers can see calibration numbers and flash counts on a diagnostic scan. Still under warranty? Use the disabler first and save the tune for when coverage expires. Maudi number 8, spray-in bed liner. Most Silverado owners with a bed liner think their truck bed is protected. What they don't realize is that the liner itself might be the problem. Drop-in plastic liners sit on top of your bed metal with gaps underneath. Water, road salt, and debris get trapped in those gaps and sit against bare metal for months. The result is rust that starts from underneath, quietly eating through your bed while the liner on top looks perfectly fine. GM doesn't offer spray-in liners from the factory because it adds build cost. Dealers push drop-ins because they're more profitable, cheaper to install, and easier to replace when they crack. A spray-in liner bonds directly to the bed metal with no gaps for water to hide. Line X. Premium runs $650 to $850 with a lifetime warranty. Owners with Line X on 15-year-old trucks are still running beds with zero rust. That's the difference between a liner that protects and one that just looks like it does. On mod number 9, Bilstein 5100 leveling shocks. Look at your Silverado from the side. The front sits lower than the rear, and that's not a design oversight. GM deliberately sets that forward rake to make payload capacity look more impressive on paper. A level truck would expose just how soft the stock suspension actually is under load. Those same factory struts wear out by 60 to 80,000 miles. Most owners fix the rake with a cheap spacer kit. It levels the truck but does nothing for ride quality, and you're still running worn struts underneath. The Bilstein 5100 solves both problems at once. It replaces your worn factory struts and levels the truck simultaneously. No spacers, no compromises. Owners who've switched from cheap spacer kits consistently say the ride difference is immediate and significant. Said pair runs $250 to $400, roughly the same cost as a cheap spacer kit, but actually fixing the problem instead of just hiding it. Mod number 10, OBD2 Diagnostic Scanner. Every time a warning light comes on in your Silverado, most owners do the same thing. Drive straight to the dealership and hand over $100 to $150 just to have someone plug in a scanner and read a code that takes 30 seconds to pull. That's not a service. That's a tax on not knowing. Your Silverado has been broadcasting that code through its OBD2 port since the moment the light came on. Any scanner can read it. The dealership isn't doing anything special, they're just charging you for owning the tool and you not owning it. A personal OBD2 scanner puts that power in your hands. The Blue Driver at around $120 connects to your phone via Bluetooth and pulls full diagnostic data, not just the code, but what it means, likely causes, and whether it's safe to keep driving. The FiXD at around $60 is a solid entry-level option that does the same basics. Beyond reading codes, these scanners let you clear warning lights yourself after a repair, monitor live engine data, and catch developing problems before they become expensive ones. One tool pays for itself the first time you use it. Those are the 10 mods worth your money. But before you go shopping, you need to know what to avoid. These next 3 mods, Silverado owners are installing them right now in sites, and they're destroying perfectly good engines. Engine killer number 1, cheap cold air intakes. There is a massive difference between a $150 intake from a reputable brand and a $50 intake from an unknown Amazon seller. Most owners assume an intake is an intake. It isn't. Cheap intakes route the filter low behind the bumper with no bypass valve and no sealed airbox. Drive through a moderate puddle and that filter is sitting directly in the water's path. Water gets sucked into the intake, enters the combustion chamber, and hits a piston moving at full speed. Water doesn't compress. Connecting rods bend. Owners have reported full engine hydrolocks from puddles they didn't even think twice about driving through. A full hydrolock repair on a Silverado 5.3-liter runs $5,000 to $10,000 for a $50 intake. Onto reputable brands like Airaid and S&B engineer their intakes with sealed air boxes and bypass valves specifically to prevent this. Spend less than $150 on an intake and you're not buying performance. You're buying a liability. Engine killer number 2, cheap lift kits without upgraded control arms. The price range on Silverado lift kits runs from $80 on Amazon to $3,000 at a proper shop. That gap exists for a reason. When you lift a Silverado, front ball joints end up working at angles they were never engineered for. Quality kits include upgraded upper control arms that correct that angle. Cheap kits skip them entirely. It's how they hit that low price point. The result is ball joints wearing out in months. And when one fails at highway speed, the front wheel folds under the truck. Owners have documented exactly this on Silverado forums. One with 3 kids in the truck, another with his pregnant wife in the passenger seat, both from budget kits that skipped proper control arm correction. This isn't just an engine killer. It's a family safety issue. Spend the money on a quality kit with proper upper control arms. Your family is in that truck. Engine killer. Number 3, half measures on AFM. Delete. When an AFM lifter collapses on a 5.3 liter, the instinct is to replace the failed lifters and move on. Some owners swap in cheap aftermarket units. Others get the dealer to install fresh factory lifters. Both have the same problem. You're putting the same flawed design back into the same engine. Dealer-replaced factory lifters have failed in less than 100 miles. Aftermarket lifters have collapsed within a year. It's documented across Silverado forums repeatedly. If you're already paying to open the engine, a half measure isn't a repair, it's a delay. The only permanent fix is a full AFM delete, non-AFM camshaft, standard lifters, new lifter trays, and an ECU retune. $3,200 to $6,000 at an independent shop. That sounds like a lot until you compare it to paying $3,000 to $5,000 2 or 3 times for the same repair that keeps failing. Fix it once, fix it right. Anything less is just buying time. And those are 10 mods genuinely worth your money, and 3 that could cost you everything. The difference between a Silverado that hits 200,000 miles and one that doesn't usually comes down to decisions exactly like these. If this helped, you can hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I put out videos like this every single week. Drop a comment below. Which mod are you installing first? I read every single one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.